When it comes to managing risk in retirement, the longer the time we actually spend in retirement, the harder it becomes to be certain about a retiree's financial outcome. So when you're planning for retirement or you're living in retirement, you have to understand the risks that lie ahead and how they could impact your financial security. Today we're joined by Laramy Gregory with DuVall Financial Group. Laramy, one strategy for managing risk with investments is diversification. Talk about what you see with clients in your practice.
Yeah, diversification is something that most people are not educated in whenever we first meet with them. Typically, the client that we start with has already been investing in a 401k or something else, and they didn't have any guidance in selecting how they were putting their money to work for them. So really, it's just kind of a massive guessing game for them as far as where their money is invested in. So for us, diversification really didn't have much purpose with where our client's money was at. It was just trying to spread things around either based on what the person in the HR office told them that they did, or the person that they worked with that was considered the guru there at the office or the plant said, well, this is what I did. So we really want to work with that person and understand what their retirement horizon and their timeline looks like, and diversify their assets based on their risk level, when they want to retire, and things like that. Most times, that's a piece of education that they have not received with the money that they're bringing to us to work with.
And as someone gets closer to retirement, how should market risk in a portfolio change?
That's a great question. Most people have a higher risk tolerance when they first start off investing because they have a lot longer time for that money to work for them. So typically their tolerance level to accept losses or scaling back in the market is a lot higher in those early years. So what we try to work with clients is to show them that there is a possibility for incredible growth, but protection of the asset that they are building to provide income in retirement.
Laramy, what are some of the other important risks to consider in retirement?
I think the biggest thing is outliving the amount of money that you have set aside for retirement. Our living ages keep getting longer and longer with advances in medicine and things like that. And what we started off with 30 years ago, as far as the amount set aside, may not be enough to get us to where we need with the life expectancy that we have. So living beyond our income is one. Number two would be market risk, not knowing what lies ahead for the future. So we have a lot of money that we want to have set aside, and we may be trying to stretch that, anticipating now that we're living longer. So you're wanting to avoid those market risks that are out there while still providing for some great growth to get you through those later years. And the final thing is taxes. Taxes is oftentimes something that is either looked over in planning or it's under planned for. And with what we've gone through over this past year with a global pandemic, the amount of spending that we have seen, those taxes are going to be due at some point. And unfortunately, I believe that retirement income is going to be ripe from lawmakers to look for to tax people a little bit more when they retire. So those are the three main issues that we look at.
My guest has been Laramy Gregory. He practices with DuVall Financial Group, and you're watching Retirement News Online.